What's up guys, Twig46 here with the delayed and very much somewhat anticipated, I don't know what you guys think, but I think you like it, episode of Silent Hunter 4. So yeah, the data limit thing is really kicking my butt. Get a terabyte a month, and my videos average on length up to like 40, 50 megabytes or whatever. So yeah, basically it adds up really quick. So anyway, here we have our little objective. I forgot how much this is supposed to be, so I gave it a 150 nautical miles, but basically we're supposed to reach here and then patrol down here, and that's what we're gonna do. So let's get started. I got my stir fry. It was really delicious. There's mushrooms, celery, yellow onions, broccoli, and garlic with some stir-fry sauce. Although I'm not going to eat the stir-fry sauce anymore once the bottle is used up, because I ate top ramen, which has a whole bunch of hang on, south, north, east. So I'm gonna be going north, like here. Anyway, so I ate top ramen that day, and then which has a lot of salt in it, yes. And then I also ate the stir fry with the sauce in it, which also has a lot of salt. And I was so freaking thirsty that at work I had to, like, I drank so much water that I went to the bathroom like probably 4 times within like 3 hours. It was crazy. Yeah, it was not good. Basically, like, you know when you swallow water, and like you can like actually swallow it. No, like the water didn't even get to the back of my throat before I felt dehydrated. Like that, like it absorbed into my body that quickly, and it really sucked, and it really tore me up, and I'm not gonna do that anytime soon. So yeah, that was my day. So I'll distracted you with my little story that happened to me today. We have a contact to deal with, and I'm guessing this is good enough. Yeah, good enough to take a 90 off of anyway. Incidentally, forgive me if I'm a bit rusty at this. I haven't done it in like a week or two, probably more like 2 weeks, because I recorded the episodes early, but now I don't have to worry about that at all. So 137-ish. 30s there. Good enough. We'll get an exact 90 once we get closer. Basically, we just want to get in there. Let's see. And there go the frame. Truly bizarre why that happens. Let's slow down the time acceleration here and adjust the course. Good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ahead 1/3.
Stay on the same course. Let's check out what it looks like out here. The nice external view of the submarine for you guys. I love looking at this game, but I haven't played it in a long time because right now I'm kind of addicted to Heroes and Generals, free-to-play game on Steam if you're interested in checking it out. Basically a World War II first-person shooter simulator. It's pretty fun, frustrating at times, but overall for free you can't complain. Basically what I'm trying to do in that game is, let's see, what I'm trying to do is get a PTRD, which is basically a tank killing machine. So yeah, it's like fires an insanely large round, and I want one. Basically, you can shoot a guy anywhere and he'll die. Like, even if you hit his hand, because the round is so big. Anyway, enough about that. Let's focus on this. Ooh, I have special torpedoes this time. Yeah, these are electric. You can barely see the difference, but I can barely see the difference, but I can tell. Ugh, excuse my burping up stuff. Okay. So, let's take her down. We are under. We'll go to sonar.
Current depth 40.
Get a listen. Alright, so it's probably a medium cargo. It's really hard to tell because this is our first contact of the patrol, so I can't give you a more specific guess other than that it's a some kind of cargo ship. Alright, so we're under, so now we're gonna reduce to 5 clicks. And away we go. Sonar, begin your tracking. And just to make sure that we're not totally screwing this up.
7 0. Closing.
Okay, we'll be a little bit far.
Closing. Bearing. Set speed 11.
Actually, let's speed that up.
Current speed 2.
There we go. Let's speed up a little bit, just so we're not so far away. But as you can see, he's coming into our first line. And slow her down.
Bearing. 6 6. Closing.
Right, so let's get the first of our measurements going. Okay. I don't know why the frames are derping out again, but they are. I blame Fraps personally. By the way, don't ever buy Fraps. That's the software I use to record. Don't buy it. It's a piece of crap. I'm not happy. I can't record so many games because it's just it can't handle it. I mean, what's weird is like it right about there. What's weird is it's fine like when I'm trying to record War Thunder, but as soon as you start like getting within firing range of the targets, you know, like it just derps on the frames, so like, you know, no good. Alright, so if we do this right, we should be right about there when we take our second reading. So we'll let them keep going for a little while. We're gonna meanwhile confirm how far we are away. That's a little bit more reasonable. Alright, so he's approaching the marker that we've set for him. So let us slow her down.
Bearing 6 2. Closing.
A little further, I think. Alright, so we're about here. Obviously.
Bearing 5 4.
Oops. I need the clock.
Closing.
A little bit early, but that's okay. It just helps me see exactly where the line is. Alright, so if we did this right, we should be roughly in the center of this circle. If they are in fact going 12 knots. 2. And stop. Okay. Like that. And let's see what that is. I don't know.
Closing.
Actually, we'll just use this circle.
Merchant.
Yep. Boom. Oh my gosh, look, it lines up like perfectly.
Closing.
Alright, check this out. Let's see what we got here. Alright, so we don't have much time to set this up. Aw, highly disappointed.
4 6.
Let's see, it's probably this one. Very, very small. You can see how these big funnels on the back are here. So he's got two big ones. It looks there's three small on there.
Bearing.
But most importantly is this mast. Because it got these little crossbar thingies on it. And you can see that they're here and here. With this ship, I don't even think it's worth a torpedo. We're going to go ahead and speed up
Yes, sir. Ahead on bearing.
and see if we can't identify if it has a gun or not. Alright, so let's get the men to battle stations. Fabulous. Everyone's already where they need to be. Okay. So basically all this information here is worthless. I'm not going to shoot a torpedo at these guys, obviously. They're not worth my time. So all that we care about is where the sound is coming from.
4, 3.
Oops. There we are. So we're gonna ping him again. So we're about 3,500. We'll ping him again when he's 20 off our.
Merchant. Bearing. 4, 3. Closing.
Well, he's slowing down, so he probably heard the ping.
Bearing. 4, 8.
And as you can see, they changed their course. So they heard the ping, so that works in my favor. Pretty cool, huh? How I force them to do what I want. So we're just gonna keep a visual on this guy, cause
Bearing. 4, 9.
you know why not? We're gonna switch it up and go like this. Alright, cool. So we're good to go. Basically, we just need to see if he's armed or not, and honestly, I'm not seeing a deck gun. I mean, there's this little thing. It's some kind of bridge. I don't know. That looks like what it is. I don't see any barrels sticking out of it, so I'm thinking we're relatively safe to engage. What we're going to do is set our target up. So we have our, it'll appear right here. We'll check that as that, so we'll get an accurate mast measurement. About there. Send that in, and now we know exactly how far away he is. We're gonna probably surface at 15. Probably gonna want to slow down a bit.
Ahead 1/3. Merchant. Bearing. Rudder. 5, 8, 2.
We're gonna go ahead and turn into him a little bit. We have a forward-facing gun after all.
Merchant. Bearing. 5, 0. Closing.
Cool.
Bearing. 4, 1.
Still moving slow. Probably gonna stop the rudder turn at 25.
4.
So let's get set for that maneuver. Because again, he's probably gonna turn the other way. So click,
Rudder 0. Rudder 0. Yes, sir.
and let's see where we end up.
Bearing. 2.
And as predicted, he's turning the other way, trying to confuse the torpedoes. However, if he was smart, he would just keep turning randomly, not left and right. But this is only on hard. I guess maybe on extreme difficulty, it would be a little bit more challenging. But anyway, let's get a range estimate here now that he's closer. Remember, this is exact, and we are in range for the gun. So we are going to now that he's a little bit closer, we're going to verify that he has no weapons. Once he turns to the side, and then we will surface and sink him.
1, 9. Merchant. Bearing. 1-8.
The only problem with this particular attack in real life is that I basically, when I pinged him,
Bearing. 1-5.
um,
Moving away. Yes, sir.
when I pinged him initially,
Merchant.
I gave him a lot of time to radio his friends. So anyway, we won't need the periscope anymore because the captain is preparing
Merchant.
to go above decks because we have to sink him the old-fashioned way. Hello. Are you happy to see me?
Merchant. Yes, sir. Bearing. All stop. 1-1. Closing.
All right. I'm gonna get all on deck. Target that
Bearing.
ship.
1.
Fire at
0.
the waterline, and you may fire when ready. Oh.
Merchant. Bearing.
All right.
9. Closing.
So the thing is, right now it's shooting, but what I need to know is the ranged target,
Merchant.
and I need to know that
Bearing.
right now.
8. Closing.
So we'll do it this way. He's a little too close. Back
Yes,
up.
sir. Merchant. Back standing. Bearing. 7. Closing. Merchant. Bearing. 6.
All right, I should be safe. So let's go ahead and go
Merchant. Bearing.
here.
5. Closing. Merchant. Bearing. 4. Closing.
As you can see, the ship is turning again. And again, my frames are donking on me. I
Merchant. 3.
wonder why it's
Closing.
doing that. Ooh, whoa, look at how many times that flipped.
Bearing.
That's amazing.
Closing.
Yeah, this ship doesn't stand a chance. It's going down. Ooh, they got the guns on me.
Merchant. Bearing. Yes, sir. Closing.
Alright, we're just gonna stop the boat. We're far enough away.
Merchant. Bearing.
Just waiting for that critical hit. It's sinking, but all the shots are not exactly on the waterline.
Bearing.
Oh, there it was. Fantastic. And that's why you don't want to be so close when that thing goes off, because bad things will happen to you. So, yep, awesome. Let's see. Underneath. This one kind of breaks in a weird way. You can see that the deck should break off, but it kind of doesn't. Very strange. The engine sounds are still going. I don't know. How over 1,000 feet, so we're not going to see this guy hit the bottom, but you know, definitely not getting up after that. Let's see what it looks like from the bridge. Yeah, beautiful. All right, so we need to get going
Ahead 1/3. Yes, sir.
back to where we were supposed to go.
Returning to course, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So, obviously we can secure from battle stations.
Secure from battle stations.
And away we go. Onward and upward to our next target. And let's see what we can do. I only plotted it up to here because I want to see how long it's going to take, because I do not want to be crossing this in the daytime. That's a very bad idea. But as you can see, we have another target on the horizon. And oh, I know a funny story I can tell you. Let me get my that will be more southeasty. Okay, so at my work, we have to do a thing called make the bail, and basically what that is our cardboard boxes mount up, and so we have this machine that crushes it down. And so it's Thanksgiving, and so boxes are like piling up, so it's like, okay, that's kind of a big priority, and I know how to do it, so I went to go do it. But when it gets full, there's these wires that need to go through, but when it's crushed, sometimes the cardboard gets in the way of those wires. That's totally normal. So we have this thing called the rammer, and what you do is you stick it in where the wire is supposed to go, tap it up against the cardboard, and just ram it through, right? And that's how you clear a hole big enough to get the wires through. But what happened this time is I didn't know at the time, but there was a something behind where the rammer comes out, and I hit it really hard, and it was just a bunch of plastic. It was like crash, 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 crash for like 7 seconds of just plastic, just tons of it just toppling over. And I was kind of freaking out because you know, I didn't know if there was like glass or anything going on, you know, all up in there. I didn't know. So I was sort of freaking out, but at the same time, I was just like, oh man, that was really funny. I think it's about here where we get the reading. Alright, so anyway, there's another fun little story of something that happened to me today. But in the meantime, we are coming up on our target here.
Merchant.
There he is.
Closing. Bearing. 7, 0.
So this is what our guy sounds like. A little bit different than the last contact. If you go back on the video and listen to the other one, this one has kind of a yes, there's the chug 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 of the engine, but if you listen underneath, there's this sound to it. So I'm guessing this is our old friend. Wow. That went down to 2 frames a second, guys. I do not recommend fraps. But yeah, this one has a little shh on the bottom. So I'm guessing this is one of the big ones. So there's my prediction. It's in the 6 to 7, maybe even 8,000 ton range. All right, so we just gotta get him up here. Incidentally, I tried playing Kerbal Space Program once, and just for some reason, the lines of these circles remind me of orbits for some reason. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know why I don't like Kerbal Space Program. I thought I would, but it just it's too stupid for me.
Merchant.
You know, I just
6, 8.
don't care. Some people like open sandbox worlds. That's, you know, nothing wrong with that, but
Merchant. Bearing.
it's just not for me.
7.
Anyway, we got a steady speed of 10 knots, so we got a little thingy we're gonna predict. He's gonna be about here on my circle, so we're gonna make a circle about 10 knots. And I didn't even fire any torpedoes yet, so you know, this will be great. So he's like, look, like it just looks like orbits to me. Like here's the sun, and there's a planet, and a couple planets orbiting around here, and this is the orbit around this orbit. You know, just kind of weird. All right, so the line, this is going to indicate where I predicted the guy would be. And as you can see, it's a little bit off, but oh well. The important thing is that he is at 10 knots, right? So let's get him up to that line and fire the pistol, yeah? Good enough. And he's right about there. So we'll let him go. Be free, my child. 1, 2. Oh shit, he changed course. Well, this will be a bit of a skewed reading, but that's okay. Get the scope up right now. Yeah, he changed course, which means we have to change course, but we can't change course until we know what his course is. Bearing 5, 7, so there she is. Let's see if we can, nope, but trust me, she's right there. Okay, so we can't really do anything.
Bearing 5, 6. Closing.
The only thing we can do is start taking X's. Oh, there she is. Okay, so we're gonna have to do this relatively quickly. I don't want to go forwards or backwards just yet because I need to know where exactly this line is going to be and how close I'm going to be to it before I decide if it's a fore or aft attack. So it can be a close fore attack because we're at nighttime here.
Yes, sir. Current speed 2.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's good enough for me. Alright, so we need a 90 off of this line. There's so many lines right now, it's kind of hard to keep track of what's going on, but I think it's kind of cool because it shows everything. 150, oh no, 140, 144.
Merchant. Bearing 5. Closing.
Right about here.
Yes, sir. New course 1, 4,
Yes, sir.
2.
No, a little bit more.
Yes, sir. New course 1, 4, 6.
Okay.
Yes, sir. New course
Merchant.
1, 4,
Bearing.
5.
5.
New course
7.
1, 4,
Closing.
5.
You know, good enough. At the ranges we're talking about,
Merchant. Bearing
we're talking about a
6,
14.
1. Closing.
Okay, so we're gonna drop scope and then we're gonna take a speed check really quick.
Merchant. Bearing 6, 4. Closing.
Well, you know, while we're doing this. And then we'll stop the boat when we're at our course. 2 and 3. Awesome. Probably gonna want to back up a ways, but we'll see in a second. Right now we just need to know how fast she's bloody going.
Bearing 6, 9.
Okay, so basically the same speed. Our current range to the target is way too fragging close.
Yes, sir. Back slow.
Alright, so let's do some ID work now. Okay, so I can already tell you what it is. Bet you know what it is too. It's one of these guys.
Bearing 6, 8.
There you go. See, I guessed right. 5,000 tons. So we're gonna check that off. That's what that is. So we get accurate measurements. And there's the range.
Bearing
Alright, but what we need
6, 7.
is just, yeah, that'll be good enough right there, something like that. Alright, so, based on our current, we're gonna set this guy for 10.
6, 6.
Angle on bow will be
Bearing 6,
here,
5.
because that's where our scope is right now, and our range is what exactly?
Yes, sir. All stop.
Okay, going quiet.
Bearing. 6, 4.
That's fine. We'll drift backwards a little bit. Once this goes to 0, we'll speed go forward. But we want our range. It's going to be somewhere about here. And as you can see, that's way off. So we need to go more like 20. Which is here. Yeah?
Bearing. 6, 3.
And as you can see, a little bit better. So we're going to be firing at 20. Let's check 15 to see if that's any better. So we adjust, and I like 20 better. So that's what we're going to do.
Bearing. 6, 1.
Alright, so the targeting is there. However, what I didn't do is set up our torpedoes, and I believe we gotta check our loadout. Go to torpedo station. Okay, so we got 1 and 2.
6, 0. Bearing. 5.
Right, I do not want the torpedoes to be automatically loaded. So I want 1 and 2 because there's steam and it won't matter. Okay, so that's what we want. We want 1 and 2. The 15, so standard depth should be fine. However,
Bearing.
I'm going to go minimum depth just in case there's he's unloaded. And now that it's on high speed, let's see if that affects our solution at all.
5, 7.
It does a little bit. So we're gonna go back to 15. And so that would mean this is here. And that is there, and there you go. That's as good as we're gonna get. Alright, so our torpedoes
5, 6.
are basically ready in every respect, except for the final range point,
Bearing. 5, 5.
which we are going to go forward now.
Current speed 0.
Right, so we're not completely stalled. So what is our current range at this very moment?
Bearing. 5, 4.
I'm gonna keep all the information because it looks friggin' cool. This will be our range circle.
5.
So our range is 1450 right now at a speed of 1/2 knot. I'm gonna predict, so we're up here. 1378. It doesn't really change, but I'm gonna predict we're gonna be more like at 13.
Bearing. 5, 2.
Oops. A little bit more like right there. That's where I'm gonna predict where we're gonna be by the time we're ready to fire.
Bearing.
Let's check on him one more time. Make sure he's still going where he's supposed to be going.
Bearing.
There. Wait, come on. Waves. There you are. Yep, he's still where he's supposed to be. On course, so the torpedoes are going to be a little bit late, so we're going to fire a little bit early. Let's go ahead and dunk our scope, because we don't need it right now. Let's make our torpedoes ready in every respect.
Bearing. 4, 8.
So all I have to do is push the big red button, and we'll accelerate this so he's at 25, and then we will proceed. Very good. Now, get eyes on target, please.
Bearing. 2, 3.
Eyes are on target. We need a final range. Final range to target.
Bearing.
14.
2, 1.
Roger that. Good enough.
Bearing. 1.
Alright, tubes are ready in all respects. ship. I hope you guys can see. I
Bearing.
really do.
1.
Okay.
7.
Plan is the
Bearing.
forward mast here,
Firing tube 2.
and halfway in between the stack and this and the other mast.
Torpedo in the water.
Bearing.
Firing tube 1.
1. 3.
Good. All right. Let's go to the attack map because that's the best place to see what's going on. We have our first and our second.
1. 1.
And oops.
Bearing. 9.
Oh shit. Shit. Okay, wait. Here we go. He's going a little bit faster than I thought.
Torpedo impact.
He might be speeding up.
Bearing. 2.
There we go. Right where right where they needed to be. Beautiful. Okay, so now we just gotta wait and see if she sinks. I don't know.
0.
But this guy has a deck gun.
5. 8.
It's right here in the back. So yep, now we just wait. And let's go
5. 7.
let's go take a look at the damage.
Bearing. 3.
And she
5.
looks pretty
5.
damn healthy for taking 2 hits. But, you know,
Bearing. 3.
she seems to be listing
4.
pretty badly when the wave sees. Look at that. And the water is appearing on the deck.
3. 5. 3.
Ooh, she's...
Bearing.
But the
3.
thing is, like, her
5.
paint is so close
2.
to the water line that I don't know. Ooh, look at this. I think she's gonna go down. Yeah, she don't look so good now.
Bearing. 3. 5. 1.
You can see her slowly settling into the water. Yep, more and more water is
Bearing.
washing up on the deck
3.
every time.
5. 0.
She's a slow sinker, though. I think I hit her in the not
3.
critical compartments,
9.
because my calculations and angles were slightly off. But I think she's turned. Yep, her
Bearing.
rudder is turning.
3. 4.
But
8.
I think this is just a matter of time before she goes down. Look,
Bearing.
that's
3.
not how that
4.
ship is supposed to
7.
look. Let's go back to the periscope and take a look at there. Yeah, that's not how that ship is supposed to look. So she's hurting. I think she's gonna topple over.
4. 6.
Oh, look, that's so cool. See that little smoke right there? It's like water and steam like gushing out from hitting the boilers, I think. That's so cool. But yeah, I think she's done.
Bearing. 3. 4. 5.
Oh man, let's get a listen. There's no way that she's surviving. Nope, engines have stopped. And confirmed, enemy unit destroyed. Fantastic. There she goes. And fair enough, you can actually get a lifeboat off in that time, so wow, look at these guys. That is some dedication right there. Man, give those guys like all the money in the world. Like, look at them, they're still okay. Now they jumped off, but man, give those guys a raise. All right, I don't think we can hear it on the sound. So yep, let's resume
Yes,
our
sir.
speed,
Ahead 1/3.
resume our depth.
Yes, sir.
And resume our course. And the sonar will become irrelevant very soon. Okay, so that is the complete engagement. Look at all those lines. I think it looks beautiful. You know, I just think it looks great. So, let's get rid of all this rubbish. Because it just dirties up the map and we don't need it anymore. And I will be right back. Did you miss me? I don't think you did. Because for me it was like, 20 minutes, but for you it was like a second. So, let's keep patrolling and we'll see what we can find in this little area of ours. We've already sunk 2 ships, so maybe they know that we're here. We have the infamous CO2 glitch. It is daytime now, and we're in shallower, not shallow, but shallower waters. And we're just gonna kind of patrol here and see what we can find. And we found something, so that's great. And since he's already really close to our position, we're perfect for an aft attack. So there's a rough line. We want a southwesterly course, so let's plug that in. And away we go. Alright, so the trick with an aft attack is to not get too far ahead. So we're going to go ahead and stop the boat here and let them catch up. We'll resume our 1-thirding at 10. Yep, that's fine. As long as the planes are not picking up anything, or the radar is not picking up any planes, we're good. So let's go ahead and resume our 1-thirding. And then we'll stop the boat. So we're past his line now. We'll cut back on time acceleration for a sec. I have to sneeze and yawn at the same time. That's a very weird thing. Alright, so our safe diving is at here. We're gonna go to half knot.
Current speed 0. Yes,
We're
sir.
gonna check out what it's like out here. Calm as calm can be. Let's drop our scope. We don't need it. Yeah, look at this. This is crazy. Let's check our dive time here.
Yes, sir. New 10, 5, 9. Yes, sir.
Alright. So going this quickly, how fast can we get this boat under? Wait. I hate it when that happens. Just being random here, but when you like sniff your nose in really fast, and then you can like catch a booger on the way in. It's so gross. And of course, like when you're in a public place and you don't want to pick your nose or nothing, because like you don't want to be that guy. But at the same time, it's freaking annoying. You all know what I'm talking about. Don't pretend like you don't.
Current
Alright.
4, 0.
So it takes about 50 seconds. We'll say 55 seconds to get underwater. Alright, but here's the danger. This is what I really wanted to show you. Here we are, right here. Right? That's what we look like on the to a plane. So if they're flying over us, clear as day, they can see us. So that's what we kind of have to worry about.
Yes, sir. New 10, 1, 5. Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. So yeah, oh, give me a free camera, and we'll blow
Yes, sir.
ballast.
Blow ballast. Yes, sir.
We'll come right up. Awesome. Whee! So there we go. We're doing what we do. Alright, so let's get a radar reading again. Normally that'd be very dangerous to do, but we're 10 kilometers out with a single merchant, and don't think it's gonna really matter. Alright. Yeah, he's still doing exactly what he was doing before. Maintain current orders.
Yes, sir. You did. 6-0.
Alright, so we got a minute to get underwater. No problem. Let's set up our 5-kilometer sound dive, because this is where it starts to matter.
Current depth 4-0.
Alright, so we're under. Can't touch this. Let's get a reading. So you hear how this one has the chug 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 chug, but it doesn't have as much of the undertow sound to it. Again, you can go back to the other 2 videos. We'll get a better reading at the 5-kilometer mark, but you can already start to tell what it might be. Ugh. I'm sorry about that. It's just a weird thing I do with my nose. It helps clean it out a little bit. Okay. So we're there, and we're gonna need a 5-kilometer and then like a 5.5-kilometer mark. And we'll inch him up. And sonar, begin your track.
Merchant. Closing. Bearing. 9-2. Merchant.
Medium speed.
Bearing. 9-3. Closing.
Alright, let's get a listen now. Alright, so it has the undertowy sound. So it's probably going to be a big one. Okay, oops, I need the watch. Like that. Okay, 1 minute, 2 minute, and 3 minutes. 3 minutes, great. Like so. We have a rough speed of 850. Alright, cool. So we go up to our other line. Should be about here. Boom. Let's make sure our submarine's not getting too far away. This is fine. We'll be fine just right where we are. Okay. So we're gonna creep him up to the line. Ooh, did I get it exactly right this time?
Merchant. Bearing.
Nope.
9-4.
Off by less than 50 yards. I was off. That's not bad. A little bit. Ooh, crap! I need the watch. Okay, so now he'll be right on the line, right there. Ugh. 2, and he should be right near that X when we're done.
Merchant. Bearing.
If he is in fact going his
7.
speed. Boom.
Closing.
Alright, so that's pretty much confirms it. I mean, there he is. So we'll get the scope up.
Bearing. 9-8. Closing.
850, so that's cool. And we'll see what he is. 9-8 is back here. So that's what she looks like. But unfortunately, we are out of time, so we're gonna save this attack until next time. So until next time, whenever that is, probably within a week or maybe week and a half, somewhere's in that range. You know, run silent, run deep. Also, if you've made it this far, leave your guess in the comments below as to what kind of ship you think this one is. I'm curious to know. Alright guys, have a good one.